When was the last time you did something that brought you out of your comfort zone? For me, it's probably been months since I've done something new or different that's challenged me, and that is just not living life to its fullest. To help inspire myself and you all, this week I'm partnering with Plan B One-Step Emergency Contraception to bring you 5 days of doing things outside of my comfort zone. In my last video about Plan B, I sat down with my good friend Adrienne and we had an intimate conversation about her real-life experience using Plan B emergency contraception. We also discussed the facts on how it works and why everyone should be informed when making reproductive health choices. That video is linked below for you guys if you want to check it out. In that video, we also talk about how I haven't needed to take Plan B. And despite knowing the facts about the product, I think I would feel a little bit awkward if I had to go to the store to pick it up. Let's be real, when it comes to buying any sort of womanly product at the store, sometimes we tend to feel uncomfortable even though we absolutely shouldn't. So for my first out of my comfort zone task, I'm going to my local CVS and purchasing Plan B just to simply prove to myself that should I ever need it, I've got this, and I won't let my own feelings of uncertainty get in my way. All right guys, we are here in the parking lot at CVS. I'm about to go inside and purchase Plan B, but before I go in, I want to talk to you about how it works in case you missed it in my last video. First off, I want to make it very clear, Plan B emergency contraception is exactly what it says, a Plan B for backup situations only. You should always have a Plan A birth control method, but sometimes these things fall through and we humans are not perfect. So I'm really grateful that Plan B exists for these moments that we don't always anticipate. So what does Plan B do? Plan B emergency contraception helps prevent pregnancy before it begins by temporarily delaying ovulation. It should be taken within 72 hours after unprotected sex or if your Plan A birth control falls through. The sooner you take it, the better it works, so always keep that in mind. Also, something that I learned through this partnership is that Plan B is not an abortion pill and it won't affect a woman's chances of getting pregnant in the future. The more you know. All right, let's go inside. We're at CVS in the family planning aisle, which is where Plan B can typically be found at most pharmacies and retail stores. What makes this process even easier is you don't need a prescription or ID to purchase Plan B. Okay, here we have it, Plan B One-Step. Purchasing that was a super easy experience, and it feels good to know that should I ever need it, it's right there waiting for me at my local drugstore with no need to feel intimidated about having to pick it up. Things really are never as big of a deal as we think they are. Lesson learned. I think it's important to reiterate that this is something to take seriously, and you should always have a plan in place when it comes to your sexual health. And just like any other drug or medicine, always read the label so you know all of the information. Plan B is something you can pick up whenever you need it, so you do you. I simply wanted to prove to you guys and myself that should you or I ever need it, it's accessible and purchasing it is not as intimidating as it seems. All in all, I'm really happy that I pushed myself to do something that felt a little uncomfortable today because now I proved to myself that I can do this, should I ever need to. I hope that if you guys ever find yourself in need of Plan B, you feel assured by the facts. For more information, check out my previous video with Plan B and go to their website. Both of these will be linked below. Day 1 of feeling uncomfortable complete. Today's uncomfortable task, trapeze. Flying trapeze is hands down one of the most famous circus acts, and many people believe it is far too difficult to learn. But at Emerald City Trapeze here in Seattle, they teach people of all ages and skill levels how to fly, and today I get to learn from some of their best.
So you've never done this before,
Never.
right? Nice, this will be fun. Hi, my name is Sarah, and I got into trapeze as an adult in my 30s, actually, on a Groupon. A year and a half ago, I quit my job to run away to the circus, I guess. Good, that's really good.
Sarah got right into teaching me the move I'd be learning today, which is the knee hang. The name is pretty self-explanatory. You basically swing your legs through so that you're hanging on your knees. This then puts you in the correct position to release your arms and prepare to be caught by the catcher.
Yeah, okay. That's great. Right. Yeah, you're gonna do it so good.
My name is Katie. I found circus at my college and I've since then run away with the circus, and this is what I do full time.
Climbing up that ladder was honestly probably the scariest part. I've had nightmares climbing up ladders and just being a little bit afraid of heights. Much to my surprise, you just go for it. No warm-up swing, just full on, give it your best shot. And you guys, I was so nervous.
I really got you, I promise. Okay. Ready, hips forward, chest up. Knee hang. Ready. Legs. Hop, little jump. You got it. One more time. Ready. Legs. Hop, little jump forward. Nice. Nice job. That's perfect. Good.
The second that my feet left the landing, you forget how high you are. I was so shocked by that. So the height is only scary in the beginning, but while I'm doing everything, it really wasn't scary. I had the movement and the strength part down, attempt after attempt, I found myself unable to hook my knees to the bar on that first swing. I was scared of the momentum and was only getting it on the second, more died down swing. And honestly, in my head, half the time I was like, I don't think I can do this. Like, I'm not gonna be able to, but I just pushed through, and I completely changed my mindset from being wishy-washy to knowing I can do it and I am capable, and I'm not gonna leave this building until I do it. Sometimes you know within yourself, like, you're physically capable and your mind is what's stopping you. And I knew that, and I just knew, like, if I had enough positive thoughts and confidence and didn't let that fear get in, I could get it, and I did, and it felt really good. So that was so fun. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. I honestly did not think that I would do this.
You were amazing.
No, you guys are amazing.
Monica crushed it today. It was such a pleasure having Monica today. She really pushed through some fear that she had.
First ones were a little more tentative, and then she really got into it, started putting more power in, and we made the catch right at the very end, which was perfect, just what we needed.
When she comes back, we'll do even harder stuff.
Well, I'll definitely be back. Thank you guys. I love sushi, but I only ever stick to what I know. So today I will be trying some new items off a sushi menu that I wouldn't typically go for. I'm not a super adventurous eater, but usually when I do finally get myself out of my comfort zone, I start to like the food. I wouldn't like sushi if it weren't for that. So today we're at a sushi restaurant and I'm gonna try some different fish because I usually just stick to tuna and salmon. We'll get the sushi tasting and then also the fried cuttlefish tentacle.
That one, we actually don't have fish on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. All this food looks so amazing. So, on the tasting set, we have bluefin tuna and salmon. I like those things. I love them. So we have to go and try the new things. So this next one is hamachi. I really don't know anything about this. Okay, mild taste, a little bit, not chewy, but just firmer. I mean, this tastes very good. Again, this is another very white fish. Okay, here we go. Okay, again, a very mild tasting fish. This definitely looks different than anything I'm used to. This one smells a lot like fishier. Next we have some sort of tentacles. This is very out of my comfort zone. It's really putting me to the test, this, honestly. I know it's not crazy to some people, but like we said, I'm not a very adventurous eater. So, 3, 2, 1. It's so chewy. It's like jerky. It actually just tastes like beef jerky. I did it! Huh, that's not bad. For today's uncomfortable task, I am going back to gymnastics. I did gymnastics for 10 years of my life, and I got pretty good, but there's a reason I stopped. It pushed you and it was uncomfortable. It's been 7 years since I consistently practiced, and today we're going back to it. We are gonna start off with my favorite event, which was floor, because it was the least out of my comfort zone. Here we go. This is what we call lines. It's just like some dance stuff, basics, handstands, forward rolls, cartwheels. So I still have the basics, you know, pretty well. It's pretty amazing what your body can remember. But that's not to say there are definitely some things in this gym that I'm afraid to do because it's been a while. First things first, tumbling passes. I haven't done those in forever, and the idea of twisting is something that I used to be able to do in my sleep, but now the idea of it's kind of scaring me. So let's head over to the trampoline. Okay, who am I kidding? That was easy. But I am afraid to do a double back. That sounds scary. That was scary, I promise. I'm like a little bit like, ooh.
You feel okay?
I'm dizzy.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm like, you look a little...
It hits different when you're 25. Now we're taking it to the floor. It's a little bit scarier on the floor, twisting and all that good stuff, so. That was scary. See, I got lost in the air and it was scary. Oh, so scary. Rufus. So I'm gonna go for a 1.5. Practiced it a little bit on the trampoline, but it's always a little bit scary going from the trampoline to the floor. But, you know, like we learned with trapeze, you can't let fear come in. You just gotta be confident. So I think I got it. Let's go. So I did it, I got the scaries out of the way, and now it is time to clean up that form because really that wasn't a very good 1.5 and I didn't really land it. So let's perfect it because that's what gymnastics is all about. That's gonna be it for me going back to gymnastics today. It definitely was still scary for me to do it, but it was always surprising how it was kind of easy once I got it. But gymnastics was definitely my first love ever in this world and will always be something that I love and something that I love to come back to. But as I start to get a little bit older, it is scary to go back to it. Everyone's always talking about how we should be spending less time on our phones, so I decided to cold turkey, just go a full 24 hours without it, and see how it would make me feel. I'm about to get ready to go to bed, so I'm just gonna turn my phone off. I don't even know how to turn my phone off. Do you press both buttons? Oh yeah, off. Okay. Immediately upon leaving the house, I thought to myself, do I have everything? Do I have my wallet, my phone? And then it was a very weird sinking feeling of, oh, I don't get to use my phone. That's weird. I spent this day going shopping with my mom, and the first thing I realized is it's really weird not being able to check the time whenever you want, or being able to Google something if you have a question about it. It was nice, however, when we got lunch, just really paying attention to the conversation and not looking down at my phone. I made an appointment to go do something, so I'm gonna go do that. Then we have to meet up after, but I don't have my phone, so I'll be done probably, I'd say, 1:40. So where would you want to meet?
I don't know.
Things started to get difficult when we wanted to split up, and we'd have to make a meeting point to find each other, and I'm gonna go buy some clothes, and she's gonna go look at some stuff.
So let's say we meet there at 4.
Okay.
That might be better.
We'll find each other. Bye. Got my shopping done. Now I'm gonna try and find my mom. I'm looking for my mom. Couldn't find her, but I spotted her. There she is. I made it back without my phone. I'm leaving town tomorrow, so I stopped by my house to get some stuff, but I just wanted to make a note of while I was walking out of my house, I could have sworn I heard a buzzing sound in the pocket of my coat, and I thought like I had gotten a text or something, but like no, my phone isn't even in my pocket. I'm just going crazy. It's fine. It is midnight, 24 hours later. I guess I can turn my phone back on. Couple thoughts about today's challenge. There were many times where I wanted to reach for my phone. It was just interesting realizing that. There were times where right when I get in the car, I'd want to reach for my phone to just check things before I started driving or after I drove. While I'm waiting in line anywhere, any time in life where I get even like slightly bored, I just want to go right on my phone. And because I couldn't do that, hi dog, it made me pay attention to what's right in front of me, which is obviously really important to do. So the pros of that were obviously, you know, it just made me like stay super in the moment. The cons of it were you realize technology is a really awesome tool. There were several times where I'd want to like text people and it really made me feel like out of the loop and lonely, and it made me realize how thankful I am also for technology, for bringing people together. Like that really is so real. But it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. So let's see if I have any notifications. Yeah, honestly, I didn't really miss much. I got a couple texts from close friends, but like didn't really miss much at all. So it's good to check in and refresh on bad habits, so I'm glad I did that. Nothing beats the high that you get from accomplishing something you weren't sure that you could. It's a healthy reminder to always live life to its fullest, as cheesy as that sounds. So when was the last time you did something out of your comfort zone? Would you try trapeze like me? Thanks again to Plan B for sponsoring today's video. You can click on the link in my bio to head over to the Plan B One Step website to learn more. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.